Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to show you a feature which Google Cloud has introduced, and also I will implement a use case using that feature. So if you know about Azure Data Factory and if you have seen some videos, you might know how easily they have integrated multiple things into their data factory pipeline. And one thing which data engineers use very much to process the data is Spark code. So in data factory we can directly call our Databricks notebook, and we can write all our Spark code in that Databricks notebook, and within data factory pipeline we can call that Databricks notebook. And this is a very cool feature of Azure Data Factory, and they have multiple things integrated, so we don't need to go outside of data factory and do anything else or write some other scripts to call the PySpark code and something like that. So Google Cloud does not have this feature. So whenever we need to write Spark code or run any Spark job, we need to first create the data proc cluster, and then we need to schedule it using some scripts or airflow. Again, we have Dataproc serverless also. So instead of in serverless, we don't need to create the data proc cluster, but again, after writing the Spark code, we need to somehow call the Dataproc API using a client library like Python or Node.js, something like that. So again, it's extra work you are doing. Okay, you are going outside of the pipeline in which you are building, then creating some other script. In that, you are calling the workflow Dataproc API. So this is extra things you are doing. So but now they in GCP has introduced something called Apache stored procedures on BigQuery. So so now you can write your Spark code as a BigQuery stored procedure, and you can call the stored procedure like normal BigQuery stored procedure. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can use this Apache stored procedure, and also I'll be creating a practical ETL use case which will be using this feature from Google Cloud. So let's see what is the use case here. So I have a GCS bucket, and a file will be uploaded to just that GCS bucket, and that file will a cloud function will be triggered whenever we upload a new file in that bucket, and then that cloud function will trigger BigQuery Apache Spark stored procedure, and then that stored procedure will process our file which is uploaded to the bucket and do whatever the transformation is needed, and then write the data back to the BigQuery. Let's jump on to creating this pipeline. So first of all, I will create the cloud function which will be triggered whenever we upload the new file. So here I am on my cloud function page. I'm going to create function, and environment I'm going to keep it as cloud run function. So this is cloud function generation 2. It is named as cloud run function name I'm going to keep it as function. For region I'm going to keep it as it is, and trigger type will be cloud storage, because I want to check whenever there is some new file in a bucket, so I want to trigger this cloud function. So that's why the trigger type is cloud storage. And then object dot finalized means whenever a new file is created, uploaded, that is event dot finalized. And the bucket I'm going to track is this BQ Spark input file. Then this all things I'm keeping as it is. The runtime service account, I'm not creating any service account for this, but again you can create a service account and give all the roles which is necessary. Then I'm going to create next, and the runtime I'm going to use is Python 3.10. Okay, and in requirement.txt as I'm going to interact with BigQuery, I need to add some requirements in that requirement files, requirement.txt file. So that requirement is google.cloud-BigQuery. So this is the requirement, and in the main.py, so I don't need this thing. Uh, I don't know this. I don't want this thing also. And let me print the bucket and file only. And this cloud event, this is the parameter which is automatically get passed whenever this cloud function will trigger. So this cloud event is a cloud event dot data. There is a field in cloud event called data. So data will contain all the information of the object which has triggered it. So in this case it is file. So it will have all the information of the file, like bucket name and name of the file which triggered, and then there were other parameters you saw, like metadata information, time created, time updated, that kind of thing it will store. So in this case I only want bucket and the name. Okay, and after getting this bucket and the name of the file, what I'm going to, or what I'm need to do is, I need to first import the BigQuery. So I'll import the BigQuery library. So from google dot cloud import BigQuery. Okay, so I have imported the BigQuery library now, and now I can interact with the BigQuery things. So in BigQuery, whenever I have new file, I want to call the stored procedure, Apache stored procedures, and that store procedure will take uh, a bucket name and the input file which is uploaded as a parameter. So first I need to interact with the BigQuery. I need to create a client, BigQuery client. So bigquery.Client, bigquery.Client, and then the query string I need to write which query the query which I am going to execute. So I'll be writing query underscore string equal to, and then I'll give three inverted commas here. Then I need to call, and then the stored procedure name. I'll so Onyx. So I'm naming my Spark procedure as Spark underscore proc, and this is the data set name in which this Spark procedure will be created. And then there are two parameters I'm going to pass. So I'm going to write like this. So I'm wrapping this curly brackets into two inverted commas because this parameter will be passed as a string. I want to pass it as a string. That's why I'm wrapping that curly brackets into inverted commas, and then I'll be using this format. And the first I'm going to pass the bucket, and the other is file underscore name. Okay, uh name. So this bucket is coming from here, and this name is coming from here. And so this is done. And if anything is okay, this this is closed now. And then I have defined my query which I am going to call using this client, and I need to call this, I need to use this query job equal to, so I have defined the query and I need to send it this query to BigQuery. So I'll write client.query and then the query string, my bad, query string. So this is the cloud function. Okay, so let me check once again before deploying. So okay, I imported the BigQuery and the BigQuery client, and then triple inverted commas, here it is closed, dot format bucket and the name. And okay, so let's deploy it. So while it is deploying, let me go to the BigQuery. And so to create the Apache stored procedure, okay, you need to create a external connection. So to create that connection, you need to go in the BigQuery, and here you can see add. So just click on add and then click on connect to external data sources. Then connect, and connection type will be Apache Spark, and connection ID will be, give it as anything. I'm giving it a spark underscore ID underscore 321. Okay, and then multi-region. Okay, and this is, I'm keeping it as US. Okay, and metastore service, I'm not using metastore service as, because it's very costly, and that's why I don't want to use this metastore service. And another thing which I read into the documentation is, this connection string should be in the same region where we have our BigQuery tables and datasets. So that's why. So I have my tables all in the US region, and also my cloud function is also in the US region. So that's why I'm selecting multi-region in the US. So if there are in US, if region is different, then also it should work. um, I need to check more on this thing, region and all these things, but uh, for demo purpose I am selecting this multi-region thing and then create connection. So go to connection, and you can see here connection is created, and then I can create my stored procedure. So to create the stored procedure, we need to write um, create or replace procedure, create or replace procedure. It's, spark underscore proc underscore data set. Okay, so if you see this source of this function which I deployed, so you can see the data set is same spark proc data set, and then I need to um, give the same procedure name, that is spark underscore proc. And then again I need to define that two parameters which I'll be taking as an input. So first one is the bucket, so buck bucket, and this will be of type string, and then the file name also will be of type string. And then again we need to type as with connection, and then I need to give the connection name. So to give the connection name, so I need to give the project. So project, then I need to give the region, so here it is US. And after region I need to give the connection ID, so in this case it is spark underscore ID underscore 321. So connection is done, and then in option I need to mention the engine and the runtime. So here the engine is Spark, and the runtime of the Spark I'm going to use is runtime underscore version equal to 2.1. So it's not necessary to use 2.1, because I don't know why I used 2.1, but in the documentation they used 1.0, so I think it's a very old. So I have used 2.1, but you can use, I think you can go to the documentation and check which all runtime supported, because in Spark after 3.0 runtime there are multiple improvements are there, like AQE and all that things. So but now for demo purpose I am not going into that all that things. It's just a demo. So and again option is OPTI. When option is done, so and then language is Python, and let give it as name as R, and then I need to write my Spark code here. Okay, in here I'll write the Spark code. So what I will do, I'll import JSON. So let me first show you the data which I have. So in this I have this this customer dash 10,000.csv. So this is the file which contains information about customers, about 10,000 customers, and I've loaded that file into data set. uh, Let me show you that content of that file. Uh, okay, so here you can say it is 10,000 records, and you can say see the customer, the customer ID in the first name, last name. These are all the things I have. So what I need to do, so I'll write a basic transformation. So I'll just what I'll do. So the transformation I'll be doing is I'll be counting the the records, number of records, number of customer ID for each country. So if you see here, I have the column called country. So I'll be transformation I'll be doing is I want to count the number of customers for each country, and I don't want to count for a particular country. So so there is one country named Tuvalu. So I don't want to count for that country. So it's not like that I don't like Tuvalu, country Tuvalu, because like don't judge me for that. Because Tuvalu in this for in this table has minimum records, so that's why I'm removing that country. So don't think that I have problem with that country. So because Tuvalu has very less records, so that's why I'm neglecting that country, and then counting all the customer IDs for each country. Let's jump to the Spark code. So go here, I need to go here, import JSON, and then import JSON, and then from from PySpark dot SQL dot sorry, PySpark dot SQL import Spark session, and then from PySpark dot SQL PySpark dot SQL import. Let me import some function which will be used afterwards. So first function is column, and the other one is count for aggregation, counting the customer ID per country. So let me create the session. First Spark session. So Spark session dot builder dot app name. Let it name is it as Spark dash bigquery bigquery dash demo, then get or create. So this will give us a Spark session, and then we can use this Spark session to write our Spark code. So first of all, I need to get this bucket and the file name from in the code. So to get this parameters in this Spark code, uh, we have to use uh, this environment variable. So we can get that parameter in our code like this. So bucket underscore name equal to, so we can get that parameter as so this whatever the things we will pass to this Apache stored procedure, it will be available in our Spark session as environment variable. So to get that environment variable, we can use os dot environ, and then we can use like this environ, and then we have to use bigquery bigquery underscore proc underscore param underscore param dot bucket bucket. So this will hold all the parameters, uh, and then we can get this bucket out of that like this. And so as this is JSON type, so we need to convert it to dictionary. So we need to use JSON dot loads, and then we can close this. And for safer side, and I don't know what will be the you know I need to first bucket name I want as a string, so that's why I'm typecasting as a string. And in the same way, I need to get the file name also. So I'll do bucket, and here I'll do file. And okay, and this is file. And then now I have a file as well as the bucket, so I can create the you know uh, file at URI GCS file URI using this bucket name and the file. So GCS URI will be file underscore URI equal to, so GS colon uh, inverted comma slash, yeah, this. And then okay, then I'll be using format, and then the first so this first uh, thing will be the bucket name and the second thing will be the file. Okay, so this bucket name will go here, and the file name will go here. So this will be complete URL. So gs colon gs colon then this slash slash bucket name slash file name. Okay, so this will be complete URI for that GCS file. And then I can load my CSV file in the Spark as a data frame. So I can write customers equal to spark dot read dot csv, and then I can give this URI, and then I can say in for schema equal to true, and that file contains header, so that's why I will give header equal to true. Okay, so this will create a customer data frame for me, customers data frame. Then I can perform all the operations. So I need to filter out the Tuvalu country. So I'll write customers underscore filtered equal to customer dot filter, and then column of country is in Tuvalu. So this will give only Tuvalu country, but I don't want Tuvalu country, so that's why I need to negate this. So this will filter out the Tuvalu country. Okay, and is in Tuvalu. Okay, let me check the brackets. So yeah, this is closed. And so now the customer filtered will have all the countries except Tuvalu, and then I can count the number of customers for each country. So I'll write customers underscore AHG for aggregated. First, customers aggregated equal to customers filtered dot GROU group by country, then AGG count of customer underscore ID dot, I need to give it as a alias as a customer count, customers count. So this bracket is closed, this is also closed, and this will be dot. So customer underscore filter dot group by country, that hg count of customer ID dot alias. Okay, so um uh, I'm going to write this much transformation only. You can write a more transformation depending upon the use case, but here I'm just giving a demo, so that's much that much transformation is fine. Okay, so after doing the transformation, I need to write that this data frame to the BigQuery table. So customer aggregated dot write dot mode, I'm going to use it as a append. Okay, and then after append, the format I need to specify format BigQuery BigQuery, and whenever you are writing data, Spark data to BigQuery, so you need to provide a temporary location. Okay, so that temporary location you can give like this: temporary GCS capital, then bucket B capital, bucket temporary TMPORARY. Okay, temporary GCS bucket, and I have a GCS bucket, so I'll copy paste its name here, and then I'll provide save, and then I'll give the data set and table name. So the data set is output underscore data dataset dot table name, I'll name it as customer underscore agg, customer aggregated, and the Spark code transformation is done. Let me check what is this error. Okay, okay, this option is options, and what is this unclosed literal. So this is closed, this Spark here it is closed, here it is closed. I don't know why. Let me again give it three quotes here. Should work now. Okay. Why is that? Somewhere I okay, here it is comma. I need to give it is dot. Still not working. So here this inverted comma is closed, this inverted comma is closed, dot save, this bracket is closed, inverted comma is closed. I think I need to, okay. BigQuery, whenever I'm writing one, you know, inverted comma, BigQuery editor automatically inserting one more. I want to add three. Okay, let me. Okay, runtime version. Okay, I is here. Okay, so now it's correct. You can see it's a green check here. So I can create the Spark procedure now. So I can run that. So this Spark procedure is created. You can see in this Spark proc data set. You can see here Spark proc. It is created here. Now what I need to do is I need to go to the, I have created the service as a cloud function. So in that cloud function, this cloud function is calling, you know, the cloud function is calling the BigQuery Spark procedure. So I need to give the access, some roles, some access to the service account of this cloud function. So I need to go here in the details and I need to find out the service account here. Service account. Uh, Let me first check whether it will work or not. Okay, I think it will work. I need to first so this Spark connection is using this service account. Okay, and this service account I need to give permission because the Spark procedure is using this service account to run the Spark procedure, and the Spark code is interacting with, if you see this Spark code, so Spark code is reading from this bucket as well as it's using this temporary bucket to writing the data. So I need to give this connection, Spark connection ID service account access to the both the buckets. So I need to copy this and go to the first the temporary bucket permission, then grant access and new principal. I will add the new principal here, and in role I'm going to give cloud storage admin. So I don't want to run into some error while showing the demo, that's why I'm giving storage admin. So and other thing is okay, this bucket is done. Then I need to go to the input bucket, my input bucket, and again do the same thing. Go to the permissions, grant access, add principal, and then select role and cloud storage admin role, save. And one more role I need to add is um, on the project level. So go here, and so on the project layer, so this is my project, my first project, and at the project level I need to give two roles to this service account. So why I need to give is, so whenever this Spark procedure is writing data to BigQuery, it will create a Spark job. Okay, so we need to have we need to give this service count BigQuery job user role, so that it can it can create a load job to load the data to the BigQuery. So I'm going to give it as BigQuery job user, and I'm going to give it I think BigQuery job user. Okay, BigQuery job user will be used to uh, create a load job, and I think I need to give this editor role also so that it have right access. BigQuery, BigQuery, where is that editor? BigQuery data editor. This and save. So I have given the necessary permissions, and um, let me go to this input bucket, and okay, so in this output data set, uh, okay, let me first upload the file and check if I get any error or not. So I have started the upload. So file is uploaded. Now go to this logs. So you can see here 1445 the bucket and the customer. And now if I go to the BigQuery and refresh, you'll see a job ID is created, and click on that, go to view job in editor, and you see this job is Spark job is running. So let's wait. So I have got some error. Let me check what is the error. So object does not have storage dot object dot get access to the. Already I have given storage admin role, so I think it should have all the access. Why it's not running? So let me give this. This is some permission missing on Spark BQ temp 321, that temporary storage. There's some access is missing. Let me give this role storage.objects.get. So if you see here, the error is this service account does not have storage objects dot get access to the Google storage object storage.object.get. Let me go to the bucket here. Let me first delete this, and let me go to this, not this bucket. uh, Bucket is, I'm getting error on this bucket. So go to permission and let me find that service account. This is a service account. I have given storage admin. Let me try by adding another role called cloud object admin storage object admin. So it will give full access over objects, okay, including listing, creating, viewing, and deleting. Okay, then it is fine. Save, and again I'll try by uploading a file into that input bucket. So go to the folder bucket, go to this and upload. Okay, file is uploaded. The function has triggered 1450, and you will see a BigQuery job here. Okay, click on that BigQuery view job in editor. Okay, and it will be running now. So let's wait and see again. Again it has failed. Let me check again, error again. So now again some error with the storage access. Now this time uh, storage.object.get on the resource. Okay, but which resource? I given the admin role. I don't know why it's not working. Admin contains all the accesses. It's specifically asking for this storage.object.get. Uh, Again, I need to go to this bucket. Let me do one thing. Go to the Spark input permission and find that this is the storage admin. Again, I let me give this. Let me give storage object. Storage object admin role on this bucket also, and save. And in the temporary bucket, go to this temporary bucket is this one, and Spark BQ temp. Let me check this. Spark BQ temp. Spark BQ temp 321. Okay, this is the bucket permissions and control F. Oh, that that service account is missing from here. Let me copy this service account. This is the service account of this Spark connection. If you see, this is the service account. I had added this. I don't know where, how it got removed. I need to add it again. So grant access, new principal, assign roles, cloud storage admin, as well as I'm going to give cloud storage object admin. Okay, now it is updated. Let me go to the input bucket, Spark input files, and again delete this, delete this, delete this, and again upload a file and upload this. Okay, so file is uploaded and here it is triggered. Let me go to the BigQuery, refresh this, and here is the new job ID. Click on that, view job in editor, let it run. Okay, so now if you see the job has been successfully executed, and now if I go to um, this table output data set, so I'll just refresh content, and if you see I have this new table called customer underscore AGG, and I have two columns as per my transformation in the Spark uh, code. So I was grouping by on country. So country will be one column, and the alias name for customer count ID count was customer underscore count. So you'll find that two columns here, and then you have this data here, aggregated data. So um, the there is You can follow the steps and you can write your Spark code like this. So this was a simple use case where you are uploading a file to the GCS bucket, and then upon uploading that file, a cloud function is getting triggered, which is calling the Spark procedure, Apache Spark procedure, and the Spark procedure is taking the bucket name and the input file, and then loading the creating the data from out of that file and processing and writing data to the BigQuery. Again, if you check on the documentation in the options field, you have multiple things, like you can specify the number of executors and the number of cores per executor. That type of Apache Spark specific configuration you can specify in these options. So for that you can check the documentation, and as well as you need to have the proper roles associated with the connection, Spark connection ID which you have created. So in my case, if you see this on input, on input file bucket, I have given storage admin, and on this staging, staging temporary bucket, I have given uh, storage admin as well as storage object admin role to the connection ID service account. And for cloud function service account, I have not given any role. Then also it's able to call the BigQuery Spark procedure. Uh, So this was all about this Apache Spark procedure, how we can use it to create a ETL pipeline and write our Spark code. And in this way, we are not going out of BigQuery. We don't have to go out of BigQuery and create data pro cluster, and we don't need to call that data pro cluster in our API. So that that hassle is removed now. So this you can create a data Spark procedure and call it as a normal procedure. So this can be useful also if you are writing, if you have layers in BigQuery. So you have a raw layer, then transformation layer, then uh, uh, business layer. So you can dump all the data into the raw layer, okay, and then you can call. So you can in Airflow you can create three tasks. So first task will load data from a GCS bucket to uh, GCS bucket to BigQuery raw layer. Then you in second task you will call the BigQuery stored procedure, stored procedure. It will process the data from raw layer and it will dump it to the third layer, which is business layer, which where we can aggregate the data. So it's a very cool features they have introduced in Google Cloud. So yes, this was all for this video. So for more data engineering things and SQL interview questions, you can subscribe to my channel, and I'll meet you in the next video with some another use case or some other SQL questions. So until next time, bye.